Hi everybody, the Mature Simmer here. So it is time. We've been waiting for this for a while. So I've been playing around here at the dealer. I think this is what we're going to go with. I wanted to do something a little bit more than just the basic. So I do have a sleeper cab available, which is a good thing. I wanted to put on some deflectors and so forth. Added some mirrors, added the side mirror here, hoping maybe it'll give me a little bit more visibility as I'm doing the in-cab maneuvering. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll take a look here. So we've got the sleeper. We've got kind of the biggest configuration with fuel. So medium 6x2, 200 gallons. You can kind of see where we're at with the configuration. I'm sticking right now with a smaller engine because I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole, a lot of heavy hauling at this point. So there's little point in going ahead and doing that. And as far as normal cargo, this is kind of, where it worked the best. But I did go with the best transmission I have available right now with a retarder. So I think that helps as we're traversing the mountains and so forth to keep things a little bit more realistic or reasonable, and things don't run away. As far as the interior, went ahead and went with a slate gray. Didn't really change much, got the newer wheel along with the newer dash panel and so forth. So, it's the 2002 panel versus the, the 2020 is really close. It's only $100 difference, so it's pretty much the same setup there. Obviously, you've seen the red paint. And you've seen the accessories. So we're going to confirm that. And so this starts at like 135, but at this point I think this puts us in a good spot. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this. Alright, thank you for buying your first truck from us. Please come again. Please note that all trucks bought here have regular insurance paid already. So there is our new truck here at headquarters. So I like it. I didn't go crazy. I kind of left the rims alone. I stayed with the aluminum tank. Didn't spend a ton of money there, but obviously, we're headquartered here in Salt Lake, so that's where it gave it to us. So I wish we could get out and look at it a little bit more. I mean, we can do it here, but, pretty decent setup and, not bad. Maybe we'll configure it and play with it a little bit more in the future. But like I said, I like the aero deflectors and the aero on top to help with the aerodynamics, and hopefully, I don't know if it really impacts the fuel in the game or not, but I would think it would. So we have a food tank. So there we go. Flammable liquids, liquid food goods, flammable gas transported in liquid state, or bulk feed material. So basically it's these two if I'm doing HAZMAT stuff. Oh, okay. And then we have this D-shaped tank, which is corrosive, toxic, or otherwise dangerous liquids, so that may actually be better. Alright, so at this point we can do a single. Alright, that just looks ugly. I don't like that at all. Alright, so we could extend it a bit, but again, right now I don't know that makes sense. And yeah, not much we can do on the painting. Alright, so at level 14 we can do something else. Alright, so I'm not going to do anything to change it, really. The trailer's been purchased and will be stored in the garage. You can access it from the trailer manager. Alright, so now we're down to 40,000. The benefit now is, now it's interesting because you can use, alright, so let's see, if I go to the trailer manager, so I relocate, sell, configure, okay, so if I want to use it, alright, so it's attached to me here, and now this opens up the cargo market and the external market. But right now, let's see. So there's nothing currently available. I have to go to Ogden. See, like I don't have anything else near me. But Salt Lake right now, see, and this is the thing, like trailers being permitted in the given area and so forth. All right. So what I need to do right now is I need to rest. I do know that because I'm tired. All right. But we've got our brand spanking new truck. Because somewhere there, I think it for a second showed up that I could rest. There we go. Stop the engine. There we go. So you can't pull up onto the manage garage icon. So now we're at 4 a.m. the next day. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect up to the trailer. And then we're going to look for some jobs, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to drive to Ogden to get anything. But I'm somewhat regretting I didn't get the gas tank, because there's some jobs. I don't know that they're in the area. Actually, they may have been. But that may have been worth looking at before I bought the tanker to determine which one was the best thing. But it looks like in Salt Lake there's gas, and I think the gas is a little bit more expensive to haul as well, so I may want to do that pretty quickly. Alright, so let's see, within Ogden, what have we got? Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this job to Pocatello. That'll get me to a city I've not been to, so again, the more I can unlock now, the more opportunities I'm also going to have to haul different freight and cargo, as far as, you know, different jobs that I can take with my trailer configuration. So we're going to set that as my GPS configuration. Alright, so if I zoom in here, we've got consumption, we've got our mileage, let's see, we've got our temperature then, that changes, that's the oil level. Alright, that's our trip meter. So that is probably what we want to go with. All right, and if I look here, we got 43 miles, and we've got 13 hours to get there. So it should be good. But we're going to head out. And I took a little bit of a shorter job too, because just getting there is going to take me a bit. Now, obviously, the best case scenario, what did I run into? Is that I'm not... you know, I'm going to turn left and go around and by, because again, I think that's a recruitment center, and if eventually I want to get some additional drivers, the more people I have, the better that will be.
Keep right, and then turn right.
So I'm not sure. I mean, I can kind of see things with my front mirrors a little bit. I'm almost too low, so I'm not sure they're going to help that much, but we'll figure that out. So there we go. We have discovered a recruitment agency, and now I just want to be extra careful because it's all my stuff now. And so I don't want to damage it. But welcome to the first day, of hopefully of many, as an owner-operator with our own HAZMAT hauling specialization. So that's what we're going to be doing. And we'll see what kind of living we can make at this. So that ends up, I think, being a bit of the challenge is I don't know even how the additional drivers could use the trailers. That's the other issue. We'll certainly find that out if I buy the gas and so forth. Alright, so we can turn right here. You know what? I'm going to go straight. Now that I've done this, I'm probably in trouble. I want to discover that dealership, because the other thing I realized, I don't have a Western Star dealer yet. And so that ended up meaning I had no choice. Like, of the ones I had Kenworth, Peterbilt, Volvo, and Freightliner. And the only one I even remotely like from that is Freightliner. Alright, this looks like it's just a Volvo dealer. I mean, at this point, we'll go ahead and get it discovered, just so we know. But that is what's in Salt Lake, so now we know. But we'll have that pop up soon. There we go. Alright, so where am I going? Alright, we'll just go that way, I guess. It's not that far.
Go straight.
But we get some experience for just driving around. So that'll be okay from that regard. Alright, we'll get our speed up here. At least we're getting the exploration, I guess, of a little bit of the road. So we've got a nice refinery out here. You'd think there'd be stuff available here, but clearly they ship something I don't have the ability to haul with what I've got. But what I could have done, I suppose, is taken a look at, I'm here, what kind of vehicle is best for my hometown. I could have looked at the jobs that were available, and I did not do that. A Home Depot van next to us. I like the, I don't know that I like them. I'd see that the signs are like little beehives or something. Is Utah the beehive state? I'm not sure about that. It was not something I was aware of. I don't know what it would be, but that just doesn't seem like the most logical thing. But yeah, we've gone, earned our money as a contractor, and now we are doing our thing, and at least now we're in our truck. So the thing I do enjoy about that is obviously we put the miles on this thing. We, do what we're doing. We've got 13 miles on there now. We drove around in the yard a little bit. Alright, so the newer truck, obviously it's got a warning, so that's good. So maybe I can actually merge without fear of running into anything. Watch for wildlife. Now that would be interesting too, if you had deer running out and jumping at you. That could wake you up. Whoops. Don't want to hit the trooper. The highway patrol. But trying to get used to my truck. Sorry, early morning, I'm yawning. But yeah, it's got that new truck smell. I wish I could somehow, if we had smell-o-vision or something, then maybe I could share it with you, but right now it's just me.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Alright, so I'm gonna follow along the way I've gone before.
Exit right.
So we're heading, we just went this way to Ogden North. But yeah, we obviously just went to Ogden. But we should be there, certainly. I think we had 13 hours. I think we'll be perfectly fine for getting there. It's just going to be an interesting thing now to see if the motor that we have in here works well with a fully loaded tractor and trailer. And I assume I just show up at the gate, say I'm here to pick up the load. I doubt there's anything more that goes on. I mean, the difference here is I don't have to... Yeah, I guess I've never delivered anything with a trailer. Because, like, what do? I'm not leaving my trailer. I want my trailer. I just want to deliver the cargo. I guess we'll see how this all works.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Alright. So we are going to the same places that we've been, and I think the BNSF depot is where I delivered to, so we are heading literally retracing our steps from very recently. Pretty quiet here, Tuesday morning. Obviously, I spent Monday sleeping after earning enough and having my truck. I almost should have done that before, but actually I couldn't have done that before because I was a contractor and there's no way to sleep. Alright, so speed limit of 45. I just want to be careful. It would be great to drive clean and not have problems. Just don't know that I can do that. Let's see how the arrow works. Alright. Good timing. Washington Boulevard. And I need to go straight through here. I do remember this. Then I just sit and wait for a long time. Alright. Whoops. Somehow was holding it too much. I do like how my truck is smart enough. You can see it shows the 35. Suppose I can zoom in, but see, it shows the 35 speed limit there, so at the bottom. So that's pretty nice. So we'll be turning left and then turning left again. Obviously, if we weren't blocked, we'd just be able to go that way and go straight across, but it's not letting us do that. But yeah, the issue is I think certain shippers obviously will have certain cargo types. So what I'm hoping is in my region that this works well. Now I'm not stuck to my region. I really never have to come back here again, other than obviously that would help in some cases, because I think I can fuel up less expensively at my facility as well. It's kind of a game dynamic that happens. Maybe I'm dreaming, but I thought that was a capability that we were given. Alright, hopefully the arrow is coming soon. There we go. I'm going to try this, because these mirrors are pretty big. I'm going to try to use the driver's side mirror, but again, because I can't easily turn my head with the mouse and so forth, I don't want to be playing that game. I'll leave the other mirror up.
Get ready to turn left.
But that will at least give me a little bit more of a feeling of really driving the truck appropriately instead of having this free-floating mirror up there. Alright, and we know from coming through here that we now have to go to the other entrance. Alright, we'll go here. And I just want to be
Have arrived at
careful.
your destination.
Alright, so I want to view the job offer, and I want to view the cargo market. So this is what I wanted, is the hydrochloric acid to Pocatello. Okay, proceed to the loading area. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this. Like, I think I had a trailer, but I think I was, like, having other things doing the trailer work. So, where's the loading area? It looks like it's here, but, oh, I see. It's like, in theory, I could just pull through, but I don't know that I can, so I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna try to not run into things like I did last time here. Because, yeah, it looks like I could have just pulled in, maybe, but I don't know that I could have made the turn. Alright, so let's try to do this the correct way this time. So, get back here. Again, not doing a blind side. But yeah, it's interesting that I can just fill up here with hydrochloric acid in the middle of the room. What did I hit? Oh boy. Great. So let's see. I have to clear this thing, and then I can turn. How? What? Oh, I see. Because of the way I was turned, I think. So, just need to pull forward a bit. And then we're going to want to turn it back that way. And hopefully we'll be in good shape. So it's interesting in that I'm trying to move further over, and I like with my camera, but I can't do that. But in essence, you have to pull in to load, and I might have to park to unload. So there's definitely more involved here, having the trailer. Alright. So we stop the engine. I see, to load cargo. Oh, look at that. You've got to, like, wait and be loaded. Cargo has been loaded. Interesting. Yeah, I've definitely never done this. I've bought trailers, but clearly I've never driven them. So, the things we learn. Alright, why? Oh, I see. Because basically I have to turn this a bit to see the mirror. So now I'm not sure I like the mirror thing. Although, because this is really straightforward, so yeah, I guess we'll put everything back the way we had it. Oh well. Because otherwise I have to drive with my head turned, which doesn't make sense.
Turn left.
Now before we take off, I want to just take a quick look and see what the screen looks like. Alright, so cargo market job, hydrochloric acid. So it's giving me the job income. I like the fact that we can see this information here. Oh, and it'll tell me the D-shaped tank, how long it's been on the job, and so forth. Cool. Alright, so let me reset this because we have like 159 miles or something to go. I was going to say, it was telling me I was doing 99.9 miles to the gallon. I'm like, I know that's not right.
Turn right.
Just want to be careful. This is a really quiet town. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock. You'd think people would be going to work, that it'd be a little bit busier. There's one person. Someone lives here and is alive, more importantly.
Get ready to turn right.
Alright. So, obviously, leaving exactly as I came in. Now, there is a good amount of folks there. It looks like they're just turning, or I don't know why he's waiting, but I'm going to take advantage of that and get moving, because I don't want to be sitting around if I don't need to be. It's kind of that old rule with truckers: if the wheels aren't spinning, you're not making money. So, get to wait a little bit again. But as I said, I think it's 159 miles. So it's not that long of a job, so hopefully episode-wise this won't be too terribly long, but if it is, hopefully you'll forgive me, given that you got to experience getting the tractor and the trailer with me and starting my owner-operator portion of my business here. You know, I'll have to see if maybe once in a while I still take a contract and just say, yeah, I'll leave the equipment at home and I'll take this other kind of job, but I'm not sure. I would think the focus I need to have is making money with this so that I can justify, you know, over $200,000 that I put into this configuration to get going with it.
And then turn right. Turn right.
Alright. Yeah, nobody's really going to be coming from the other direction, so with the way this is set up, it's a little bit confusing. So 73 degrees outside, it says. I bet it's going to always be 73 degrees, but maybe not. I assume the southwest will change as I turn so that the compass is actually dynamic.
Keep right. And then turn right.
I would have thought it would have switched already, but it did not. If it doesn't soon, then it won't. No, there we go, west, and so it is updating, which also means obviously the temperature can change and so forth too. Alright, so the big green marker shows that I'm on cruise. Alright, and they're gonna hop in there. Now, I would imagine a 2022 configuration is going to have the adaptive cruise control to sense when things are going on. We can see the little yellow arrow at 65, so I like that really visible view. This again is why I like how the instrument panel here works, and I get it's really just a couple gauges. Well, alright, because it doesn't know I need to pull into the port of entry here, but so we'll get behind the Staples truck here. He seems to be leaving, which is great. Now we'll get to see how heavy we are. So 53,000 pounds. I just kind of want to see how this works with my gearbox and so forth. Now again, with the 13 speeds, I should be more efficient at working up through the gears. It looks like I am. Already up to 9.
Keep left.
Alright. So I've already been an hour since we took off, so you can see how long that takes. So I do like that really large time there, 103, 104. that's making it very clear how long the trip has been running. But at this point, I've already put 100 miles on the truck. But we're going near another city, but I don't think we're going close enough that we'll discover it. So, but we're heading to Pocatello. So that should mean I go right.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Oh boy, what is... Oh, come on, really? We're gonna have this going on? Alright. So now I get to go some other way. Because the exit's closed. So, what a way to start my first job.
Turn right.
Another one of those overloaded trailers that then just cracks.
Finding a new route.
See, in theory, you could get by there, but now I'm assuming it's just going to have me exit here and then do something else, but, well, maybe not, because I can't get on the highway unless it's just going to have me turn around.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking, although I can't really, well, no, I can, never mind. Go left, right?
Turn right.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go where it wants us to. Maybe it's got a slightly better way to get there. Because, yeah, here we're just going underneath, but maybe we go around and then we'll circle over to that other entrance. We'll go left and get on, is I bet what it's going to have me do. So nothing that difficult or that different, but it's, you know, going to add time, because again, we're coming up on 2 hours now. We haven't gotten very far. At this point, all these miles are extra miles as well. All right. The best coffee on the interstate. All right. He's obviously hauling fuel because he's got a flammable placard on the back of his trailer there. So not quite as fun as what I've got, but still something along the lines of what I would be hauling. Alright, now we're going to go to I-15. Obviously we need to stop and peek. Make sure nobody's coming. Just double check. So we've got Centex over there.
Get ready to turn right.
Alright, JBT?
Right.
I think it's JBT. Alright, cattle something. I don't know what those are called. Cattle barrier is what I'll go with, but I'm sure they have a different name. Alright. Well, we're past that after an hour of going in a circle and everything. 87 miles to Pocatello. As long as nothing else comes up, we should be there in an hour and a half. So that'll be good. We'll be there before noon, or right around that time. But we're entering Idaho. Idaho poke. I could go 70, but I can't. I can only go 65. Because especially on, well, I'm not doing a World of Trucks job. I did look at those. Pay was about the same, so didn't seem that it made sense to do that. The Halloween event requires you to haul Halloween treats, so I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I suppose, well, by the time this shows up, there's so many episodes already ready to go. The event might be over. I was going to ask for feedback, but I don't think you'll see this till the event is done. But maybe for next time you can let me know. So if you want to give me feedback on if you think I should attempt to do those events when they come up and just forego what I'm doing and park my trailer and haul Halloween treats around. Not opposed to doing that, but at this point I won't be able to get feedback fast enough to know if that's something that folks would like to see. So at this point, yeah, we'll be over 200, but I don't think we'll get to 300 miles unless we get diverted again somehow. So, Montpelier got a large rest area. At least it looks kind of large. Alright, Jackson, Wyoming. Beautiful place. Been there one time, and really just in the area. We never ended up at that point actually going into town. Interesting rock formations. I'm sure they've always been here, but I don't recall seeing them. Because I am on the interstate. I was like, am I on some Idaho route? But no, I am not. So, interesting. Alright, let's see if it's going to make its way again. It's not atypical that it would do that, so I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, it's going to let us keep going. Hill Brothers parked over there. Yeah, just not a lot to share at this point. I'm just focused on the work. I don't know why people are diving around them again. I don't like that part of it. Alright, Pocatello next right. I'm going to have to slow down before we get there. It looks like it's already doing it for us, so. But we've got the Pocatello city limit, but we are exiting here. Because I didn't remember if there was more than one exit for Pocatello. Everybody's going that way.
Get ready to turn left.
Turn left. Sorry about that. A little distracted. Actually had an ant crawling across the desk, so I'm probably not going to edit the craziness out, and at least things didn't go away, but it was, yeah, a pretty big one. I'm like, where did this thing come from? But sometimes it happens. My setup is down in a room in the basement, and so we get a few critters, but you could be anywhere in a home and get those, so. But I didn't want to let him run through, because at some point earlier today, I think it ended up on my arm, and then I was like, I shook it off because I didn't realize what it was. So I'm like, I'm not letting him get away again and continue to do what he's doing, so. So let's see. I think I've been through Pocatello. I do remember this kind of setup. Idaho State University. Yeah, it's kind of like a long drive. I better not go too fast. There's a police officer up there, and I'm going 40 in a 25. I'm likely to get a citation just for that. But yeah, it's like you gotta drive through town, and all the deliveries are on the other side here.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Alright, Twin Falls. I've been there too. I've been most places, honestly, on the most of the base maps. Obviously the new stuff like Oklahoma and whatever are different, but so again, we wait for the lights, and it's gonna be just our luck. We'll hit the train, I'm sure. Because why wouldn't we? That would be entirely expected. Alright. Is it red yet? No, they're still green now. They're just turning. Kind of like what I do in real life. Like, look at the lights. Is it going to be ready to go? Is it going to be ready to go? It is. Alright, so we're at 168, but again, we had a little bit of a roundabout way to go. But we can see the freight yard up there. Not sure if it's the same set of tracks that heads over there. Looks like I'm going to need to be over to the right, so we will do that. Good news is the arrow's coming up, so we should be going green right after that cycles through, so we don't have to wait for an entire light cycle here. The truck's nice and quiet. I do like that, but I would think newer vehicles would be a little bit more efficiently built. But I don't know how many, without mods, how many like real truck sounds there are. But you would think they'd be kind of modeled accurately for the trucks that, you know, I mean, they're giving you these trucks in the game, obviously. Oh, I hear a train, so maybe we just missed it. But of course, we are also going to the train yard. So here we are. I don't see anybody. Alright, we've got some containers. But now we'll have to see where we deliver. And I'm assuming as opposed to like disconnecting, it'll do that fill up that I talked about. Oh, interesting. You see that little blinking triangle in the corner there? So I think it's telling me that there's hazards next to me. So again, because I don't want to back in with a blind side, I'm going to head around here. Alright, and it's this last stall again. So we'll try to get as close to that as possible. So we'll see if we can get in where we need to. So we've got our corrosive chemicals placard. You can see that. Be curious if those change out as depending on what I carry. They should, because I would normally be changing them, but I'm just curious how the game does that. But maybe that's just always the placard, because maybe that, like everything we haul is that, but there's usually variation to some degree, so not sure. But I'm assuming as opposed to disconnecting the trailer, we're going to get the unloading cargo, and then whoops, it'll just work that way, the opposite of when we loaded. So let's see, because yeah, we need to stop the engine and then unload the trailer. Oh, it didn't do the same thing, but... Alright, 442. So, wasn't expecting a lot there, but... You know, we're getting good XP for that. Urgent delivery bonus and the trailer maneuvering. But, hope you've enjoyed that first owner-operator load that I've had. If you have, and you haven't hit the like button, please consider doing that. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider that as well. Certainly enjoy making these videos for you, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.